This yard is full of yogurt, and I'm lactose intolerant. Welcome back to, this is Nightmare in Dreamland, right? I think so. This isn't Star Wars. How did we get here? We're supposed to be in Star Wars. Oh well, it's time for level 5. As you can see, we're in level 5. We saw this last episode, which was a long time ago, but oh well. There's a secret door down there. Let's go see if we can get into it. Ah! Thank you, Mr. Parasol. As you can see, Parasol will protect you from things that... Ow! Never mind. I was going to tell you how Parasol protects you from things that are above you, but then I went off the death barrier on the bottom of the screen, so we're going to try that one again. Grab ourselves a Parasol. Freaking cannons all over the place. And then there's that guy. And then just things are going wrong. This is not going as well as I had originally intended, but hey, we got to the door anyway. In this door there are 2 rocks, which I guess we can grab one, and the 1-up to make up for the fact that we died on the way here. Rock makes this part very simple. Oh, except you have to remember to press the unrock button occasionally. I'm bad at this game, shut up. Ow, stop hitting me, guys. I don't appreciate it. Alright, beams should be a little bit easier to handle down here. Alright, we'll just hit those, and we can clear that out, and then hopefully we can go into this door without dying again. Hit the switch, which unlocks whatever's under us, another one of those bomb-hitting things. Is it just me, or do those switches usually open those things? I don't know. Ice is slippery, just in case you didn't know that. Ice is very slippery. It is, has very little in common with mustard, because mustard is generally not slippery unless you put it on your floor. I don't know why you would want to do that, though. That seems like an incredibly unpleasant thing to do, even though mustard is delicious. I don't think mustard floors would be quite as good, because I would want to lick it, but licking your floor is usually a bad thing to do. Oh, we almost made it to 1. Oh, we were so close. I'm gonna make it there eventually. It's gonna become a running theme of this, but I'm gonna make it there eventually. Alright, section number 2. Has one of my favorite background tracks in the game. I'll be quiet here for a second so you can hear it. Alright, that's good. What I, at least personally feel, is one of the most underrated things about the Kirby series is the music. Because, really, the Kirby soundtrack is absolutely phenomenal, I feel. Well, there really aren't a lot of original Nintendo series that don't have good soundtracks. I mean, look at Mario and Zelda. I mean, their soundtracks are absolutely phenomenal. But I feel like Kirby's just gets a little less recognition than it should. Alright, let's see if we can't bounce our way up. I guess there's nothing to bounce to, so let's just bounce our way through. Yeah! Ball Kirby is fun. We haven't had a huge amount of success with Ball Kirby, but, Ball Kirby is almost luck-based. Although, in smaller corridors like this, even though it can be hard to get Kirby to go where you want him to, and sometimes you can get hit like that for no reason anyway, he's actually almost unkillable. Just because he bounces all the time. Now, this is a level 5 on, really, I'm not as familiar with as the rest of the game. So it might take me a little while longer to find, like, all the secrets. But, you know, that's how it goes. There we go! I knew that door was strange for a reason. Alright, we have Mr. Hammer Monkey Guy. He's pretty straightforward, really. I mean, we've seen him a couple times, but he's never really given us much trouble, has he? I don't even remember. And nope, give me that back. He, of course, gives us Hammer, which is one of my favorite abilities in the entire game. This is such a fun... I mean, it's not very fast. It's kind of like a slower, It's kind of like a slower sword, really. You can probably tell that. Almost all of your animations are the same. But it's just such a fun ability. You can just smack people with it. And I think Kirby actually had his hammer ability. Can we not get down there? Could have sworn the way down there was out here. Oh well. I'm pretty sure we found everything we need to find anyway. Didn't Kirby keep his hammer ability in Super Smash Bros.? I haven't played Super Smash Bros. In a while. Because playing Super Smash Bros. Alone is depressing. Yeah, we found everything. What's over here? Oh, the museum for level 5. Level 5's museum is Stone and Tornado. Very useful. Well, Stone, not so much. Stone usually leads to me plummeting to my death. But Tornado's pretty good. We're going to grab High Jump here. Just so we can jump our way through all these guys. Thankfully, those enemies line up to show you where you need to jump to. Very useful indeed. Alright, heading on up. Outside into this thing. I have a feeling we wanted that wheel. Ow! Stop it! No, go away. Give me the wheel. Wheels, respawn! Wheels, respawn! You're off screen. I scrolled you. Come on. There we go. Wheel! Let's immediately lose wheel. Okay, let's go. I took a lot more damage there than I really should have. But let's wheel anyway. Now, wheel's a harder ability to control too, but actually there I would have rolled just right across those spikes, I think. Wheel is a harder wheel to control ability. Wheel ability. But really, they're it's one of my favorites too. Some abilities I'm not really crazy about, like laser, but wheel's fun. Alright, here we have these two pegs, and as usual, smash the pegs! The maximum tomato isn't much of a risk because there's a ground under you, but you have to be real quick on the one-up to make sure you don't fall through. And we have these little bubble things in the background that, in the last level, showed us places to like go through the back wall, so I'm just gonna check them, but they didn't have anything for us anyway. Unfortunately, Kirby doesn't slide down slopes when he's a rock. I think that would have been a good way to kind of flesh out the rock ability, but you know, it's all good. This is one of the places where the weird falling of the parasol comes in handy, as if you couldn't tell. And I got all the way to the bottom before finally utterly failing. We've gotten to 2 every single time in this video so far. Alright, head on over to number 4. Of course, there's nothing hidden here, but there is a burning. Burning is very useful, except when it doesn't quite get you far enough across the spikes. But if you know what you're doing, you can usually get across pretty well. Let's see, yeah. Using burning, you can get that one up pretty easily too. Oh, jeez. Go figure. And we have this boss reused yet again. This time he's in a bit of an easier... I say he as if it was one person, but it's really they. They're in a bit of an easier area, except if you do what I like to do and use them as projectiles to like shoot, the bottom row can sometimes be a little bit not difficult, more neglected, because when you press down to go down to the bottom row, you also swallow the enemy that you have. Also, I have a feeling that ball was a bad idea here. Nope, that was certainly a bad idea. Because when you press jump as a ball, it actually sends you straight down. So this is a more precision platforming area. Well, as close to precision as Kirby really gets. So you don't want to be doing ball, because that will just bounce you around and eventually kill you, as I demoed previously. Sword is much more useful. Don't you... Nope, don't you... Oh, I've died so many times in this video. Don't worry, I'm doing it on purpose. I'm demoing the fact that no matter how many times you die, it's really hard to actually get a game over, because this game just hands out one-ups like candy. And this will serve as a response to someone who commented on an earlier Kirby video telling me that I was good at Kirby. This is a door, by the way. Up here we can find ourselves an electric dude who doesn't want to die. You know, I'm gonna end up just exploding. I'm just gonna pop. I'm not entirely sure where we're going here. Are we falling? I guess we're falling. Yeah, we're falling. Out! Stop it! Freaking Kirby! God! Just fall down the waterfall. Yes, if you land on someone while you're falling face down like that, it will at least deal damage to them. 2 again! Really? Come on. Now, there is a secret exit there, but I'm not entirely sure where it is. So, I'm gonna cut until I can figure out where it is. Be right back. Alright, I think I found it, but I haven't actually tried because I didn't want to get it off screen. In here, there's a switch. I actually walked right past this switch during the level. So, that opens up ourselves a boss fight, which is a good way to get ourselves a health refill, and we are gonna leave the level. We're actually going to hop up to the museum and utilize it for the first time in this LP to grab ourselves Tornado before we head into the next level. Tornado, if you know how to use it, makes this game quite a bit easier. At least these sort of like horizontal platforming areas. Because the way Tornado works is you press the action button, and it changes you into the tornado, and then you fall unless you're holding that action button. The action button will pick you up again. Could have sworn there was something else out here. Maybe there's another level that looks like this. Alright, we are actually going to grab ourselves fire, because something tells me we're going to want that up here, because there's a boss. This is the Fire Lion guy. He is annoying. He's not terribly difficult, he's just a little irritating. And he gives us burning! This has been used quite a bit in this episode. I'm not complaining, I like burning. Burning is fun! I'm not entirely sure how going through that door into this place brought us out into this forest, but you know, it's Kirby. You don't gotta explain anything. I keep forgetting that burning actually stops if you hit a slope like that. But, we are actually done, so it doesn't matter anyway. 2 again! It's 2 every time. It's always 2. I mean, 2's a good number and all. But there was a secret exit there, too, somewhere. I don't remember this one, actually, so give me a sec. Okay, so just a second after I cut, I remembered where it is. If you come to the beginning of the level, I'm gonna hang on to burning, even though you don't necessarily need it, because Kirby can fly. You can come down here and find this door. This door leads us to a little puzzle, which is kind of difficult. It's a timing puzzle. So, we are going to try that again. Because the first thing you need to do is get hurt. That's very important. Don't forget it. And then you need to die to that guy, because if you die there, it will actually respawn you in the same room. Just so you know. You need to hit that fire, immediately drop fire, grab high jump, speed over, jump up, and miss it again. Alright, come on, we can do this. This is not a difficult thing. And I have 0 lives left, so I should probably be careful. Not getting me this time. Alright. So we are going to burn, drop the power, eat the high jump, jump through here, and we made it. Which brings us to this switch, allowing us to open directly above us a quick draw minigame. Refills our full health and we can leave, netting ourselves high jump. Here, however, it's fairly obvious that wheel is the power of choice as we roll on through and into a ditch and get ourselves that oh so beautiful game over. I had to demo the game over screen eventually. That was actually that was a demo. I wasn't actually dying. That was just a demo. And all game over does is it takes some of your score away, and score literally does nothing. So there's really nothing to worry about. We lost our wheel, but there are plenty of wheels in the world. Wheels are very common because there are so many cars, and cars need wheels to function. I don't know if you are familiar with the concept of a car, but it is a box with a wheel, and that wheel makes the box work somehow. I'm not familiar with cars. I don't work on cars. Except sometimes when I work on cars. Wheel is also capable of going across the surface of water. Here we see the first area where we need a power that is not readily available to get to where we need to get to. So we are going to have to come back in here to get that switch with either rock or hammer. But until then, we are going to... Actually, I think that has to be hammer, because I don't think you can use rock underwater. But in the meantime, we are just going to finish the level the normal way, which is right here. Oh, so close to number 1. So close to number 1. That opens up the boss fight, but we still have something to unlock over here. So I'm going to go grab a hammer, and I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright, this boss door actually gives hammer. So there's a readily available hammer right there. There's just none in the level itself. So now we're going to take our time through the wheel area and get hurt anyway, because we need to hang on to Mr. Hammer. Thankfully, if you lose your power by getting hurt, and then you suck in the power star with an enemy that would give you a power, you get the power from the power star. Urgh! Stop hitting me. Don't appreciate it. Please stop. That's the secret code word. That means you have to stop doing whatever you're doing. Please stop doing what you're doing. That thing you're doing? Yeah, I can see you doing it. Stop it. Uncross your arms and get your head off of your hand. That's bad posture. Come on. What would your mother say if she saw you right now? Put pants on. Come on! We're going to make our way very carefully over to this door. And inside here, now that we have hammer, we can break our way through these and find ourselves a door, which brings us to the other side of this wall, opening us the inter-level quick travel thingy, and netting us a cool 1-up. We're going to leave through this door and head on up to the boss. Let's go. Boss for level 5 is this kind of strange-looking thing. Now, be careful here, because you can actually break the ground with your hammer if you have hammer. I do believe rock will also break this. Rock and hammer usually break the same things. But he was pretty straightforward, pretty simple. And we get ourselves the next little bit of the Star Rod. Alright, the game's getting harder, the difficulty's ramping up, and we're gonna head off to the Orange Ocean, level 6. Next time in whatever game this is, I always forget its name, Nightmare in Dreamland. Check out everyone else involved with the Winter of Kirby, although it's been a little while since Winter of Kirby started. We are still all working on it, and it's all going pretty darn awesome, so... Everyone, you will see their names in just a couple seconds at the end of this video, and thank you for watching. Check out the blog thingy. That's really just a list of our names, but they update it every once in a while. And I'll see everyone next time for Orange Ocean.